All right, now I'd like to make some introductions for some special attendees here with us today. I'd like to first introduce Mayor Tom Tate. Tom. Mayor Pro Tem Lucille Crane. Councilmember Chris Murray. And walking up, Councilmember Jordan Brandman.
Good morning, everybody.
From the Park and Recreation Commission, I'd like to announce Greg Farrow, who's here today. Greg, in the back. From the Community Services Board, his wife, Lori Farrow. Also from the Community Services Board, Earl Kelso is here with us. From the Cultural and Heritage Commission, Susan Fessel. Public Utilities Commission, Susan Fessel. And from our East Anaheim Neighborhood Council, David Wayne, who's the chair. David. And from our Anaheim management staff, Assistant City Manager Christine Ridge is here. Christine. Our Deputy City Manager Greg Garcia. Our Public Utilities General Manager Duku Lee. Our Executive Director of Convention Sports and Entertainment, Tom Morton, is here. Tom. Our Acting Human Resources Director, Jason Motzik, is here. Deputy Chief from our PD, Julian Harvey. From our Fire Department, Battalion Chief Tim O'Hara is here. And I'd like to acknowledge Mark Reeder, who's from Gable Engineering, who was the engineering firm on this job. I also want to make a special recognition for Naomi Gruenthal, who is the project manager on this beautiful park. Naomi spent countless hours. Okay, I'm going to provide just a brief background on the history of the park. The land here has been vacant since the construction of the very popular Olive Hills tennis courts that we have up here, up the hill. It sat vacant until a few years ago, where we began to have some community meetings with folks who live local in the area to determine what should be done with the land. And overwhelmingly, the sentiment was we should build a dog park here. And we're happy to be delivering that today to you all. A little bit about the design of the dog park. Cities all over the region have learned that having turf and dog parks can be rather challenging for obvious reasons. So here at Olive Hills, actually, agronomy tests showed that the soil was really high in salt and not real conducive to turf or many other plants. So for that reason, because of the water savings required for the drought, certainly too, we designed this 1.2 acre park with features that are very cutting edge and very new, but we're very proud of those. Some of the features include, obviously, as I mentioned, the park is free of natural turf. What you see is synthetic turf. The larger areas are composed of decomposed granite. Most of the plantings in the park are comprised of plant material found in Orange County, and they're native plant material to this area. Native plants have actually evolved to thrive in poor soils, such as what we have here, and they will be very successful and thrive here as well. And of course, all plants are drought tolerant too as well. All plants found in the park, like the sage grasses that you see on the perimeters, they're all edible, and if your dog should eat one of the plants, as some dogs like to eat grass, as we all know that, it's actually very high in protein and good for your dog, so don't fear that. We have a separate area for small dogs and large dogs. As in most dog parks, they are kept separate for obvious reasons. And you'll also find agility equipment in each one of the small dog and large dog areas to challenge your pet. And to challenge humans, we've got a walking path that surrounds the entire perimeter of the park. And if you go 6 times around the path, it's the equivalent of about 1 mile. Many of you know that our first dog park in Anaheim, located at La Palma Park in central Anaheim, has been a resounding success, and we're quite proud of that. We were really recently notified that it was recognized as one of the best dog parks in Orange County, and we're really excited that this park is going to be equally embraced by users, as it provides a safe place for dogs to exercise and play, and for neighbors in the community to enjoy. So with that, what I'd like to do next is introduce Mayor Tom Tate.
All right. I was debating whether to try this or not. Millie has been so excited. She is about a year old and has been waiting for this park for some time. I want to welcome everybody. Welcome our good friends also from Orange who are here. This park is right on our border, as many of you know, and will serve not just the Anaheim community, but a good part of the Orange community as well. Anaheim has 57 parks, and I would almost say that this makes it 58, but I guess it's part of an existing park, but it was completely unused land, really kind of a wasteland. And I just want to applaud city staff and the city council and everyone involved in this, and looking at a piece of land that was not used at all and saying what can be, and then asking the community what they can do with it. And as Larry mentioned, overwhelmingly, we need a dog park, and we definitely need a dog park in this part of Anaheim, as you can tell by the large number of dogs here today. Parks are important, obviously, for the fun and the enjoyment and the exercise, but they're also important to bring people together. And I think particularly a dog park brings people together. When you come here, okay, Millie, I know. She's heard me talk enough. But when people come together, it forms that social capital, that social bond, social infrastructure, community that makes us a strong, resilient city. So with that, welcome everybody. Congratulations to all involved to make this great dog park happen. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mayor Tate. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Council Member Chris Murray.
I'm joined today as well by my son Garrett Murray and our newest member of our family, Copper, who's also about a year, Mr. Mayor, and we adopted him from the Orange County Animal Care Shelter, and I hope others will also make sure that dogs in need of a home in our county find a loving home, a forever home. Today we also, in addition to opening our park, are paying tribute to the brave police canines that serve alongside all of our officers citywide to keep our community safe. In April of this year, we dedicated the first canine monument, and we're going to open and dedicate the second one today. You're going to hear from the artist of this incredibly beautiful monument momentarily. The monument was inspired by Bruno, and we all know and love Bruno, our beloved canine who was shot in the line of duty in 2014. And although Bruno received amazing medical care just down the street at Yorba Regional, and was able to return home after and enjoy some retirement with his family, sadly we lost Bruno earlier this year as a result of his injuries. I would like to ask everyone to please join me in taking a moment to remember Bruno and everything he meant to our city. Thank you. I would also like to recognize Bruno's partner, Officer R.J. Young, who's here with us today. He's right over there. R.J. He's here with his wife Rachel and children Grace and Luke as well. And Rachel has actually written a beautiful book that will keep Bruno's memory alive forever. So hope everyone. Thank you to everybody who was involved, individually raised and contributed. Our schools contributed, individuals, students, and young people across the city and the county and really all over the world helped us raise the money that was needed. We raised over $50,000 for the 2 monuments. Thank you to Susan Bahari, who created these beautiful monuments. But I'd quickly like to thank the folks at Visit Anaheim, our Convention and Visitors Bureau, who made the initial $25,000 contribution, the Anaheim Chamber, Bomel Construction, Angels Baseball, Anaheim Hills Buzz, who also, John Luciano, who's our incredible artist locally, he did a calendar that we also sold to raise money. We have some remaining. It's just for the remainder of 2016, but they're here today. A few boxes of those left. If you'd like one, please take one home with you. Also, the Anaheim Hills Golf Course, Anaheim Colony, and their residents, our wonderful artist, Susan Bahari, our police department, excuse me, the Friends of the Anaheim Canine Association, our city manager and community services staff, and so many community members who gave of your support and your time. This beautiful piece of art titled Vigilance will forever stand at Olive Hills Dog Park and join its fellow monument titled Valor at La Palma Dog Park, and together they express our collective gratitude to those who serve and protect our city. At this time, I would like to invite Cheryl Timmons of the Friends of the Canine Association to share a few words about the tremendous and personal value of our Anaheim Police Department Canine Unit. There you go, Cheryl, please come forward.
Are you out there? All right, good morning, everybody. This is really exciting to see so many of you guys, as well as your canine friends with you. Absolutely awesome. This has been a big day waiting to happen. As Chris said, I'm with Friends of the Anaheim Police Canine Association. Our primary goal is to take care of all the medical for the retired police dogs of Anaheim Police Department. I'm just so blessed that because of the organization, we were able to help take care of Bruno, along with all of our other canines. But through his illness and things, we were able to take care of him and help pay for his medical. As many of you know, these officers are all basically young men and women. These canines are such partners of them, and they have saved so many lives that asking the families to take care of these huge medical bills after the dog retires, which becomes a private citizen thing, is a humongous task. So like I said, we are really blessed that we were able to help with Bruno's costs, but any of the other retired police dogs of Anaheim. Chris, I would like to thank you very, very much. It's been so much fun working with you over the past 2.5 years. Her idea from the night Bruno was shot, she came to me and she said, let's get this going, let's get something together. And her dedication to the canines, the police department, and to this whole idea of the dog parks has been phenomenal. She really deserves a round of applause, so please thank Chris. Real briefly, as she mentioned, when Bruno was shot, it was the most heart-wrenching moment ever. It was just, I can't even begin to express how horrific it was, all the things that we went through as a police department, as a canine detail. But Bruno started his own moment. There's like a movement became bigger than life. People all over the world started recognizing the importance of canine details and how much they mean to the city, the lives that they've saved, the other police officers, and Bruno in that and giving his own life eventually. The canine details in general are so important to all the cities, and through Bruno's movement that he started, we were really able to show the world, and Bruno was able to show the world the importance and the partnership that is formed, the bond that is formed with all of these dogs and their partnerships. It is unbelievable to watch them and the bond that they have, the love they have for each other. But you people, as the citizens here of Anaheim and all the way around, I need to thank you guys as well. Some of the things that happened were just absolutely incredible. I would be brought to tears many, many times with tributes that would come in, the donations, the letters, the support, all the emotional support, as well as just, hey, we're there for you. A couple of things I would like to specifically mention that just were mind blowers for all of us, actually. First of all is Leslie Swan and the Anaheim Buzz. They're coming together with so many things. But here's a couple of examples of things that happened. I get a phone call from Yorba Regional, that a wonderful citizen here in the community has come in and given a couple $1,000s to help pay for Bruno's after he was shot, to help pay for any of the costs that would be incurred with that. This particular lady also had stamps made with Bruno's picture on them, actual postage stamps that RJ and Rachel could use to send out letters to their friends, but it has Bruno's picture on it. She made that exclusively for them. We had a lady clear back in Pennsylvania who had a star named after Bruno, and we actually have a certificate of the specific star that is named after Bruno. Another lady, I mean, these are just a few. Another lady came to Yorba Regional, $25 attached to a piece of paper, and with that piece of paper, she said, pay it forward to someone else who cannot, all in the name of Bruno. So this has just been unbelievable what has happened. And again, I thank you people in the community for the bond, the support that you have given to all of us on this. I cannot conclude without mentioning back in the day when Bruno was shot, German Shepherd Rescue of Orange County came forward and said, we have a dog who wants to donate blood to help a transfusion to help with Bruno. These people have stuck by us all the way through. And the other day, you'll notice over here right beside this rock is a tree, a manzanita tree. The German Shepherd Rescue of Orange County donated in the name of Bruno as a living tribute to Bruno and the canine officers throughout. So this will be something at this dog park. And we're explaining that the red bark also signifies the blood that was donated to Bruno, as well as the manzanita is a strong, strong tree, a strong bark. So that just signifies more that's gone on here. In conclusion, though, I mean, I could talk forever when it comes to talking about the police department and how awesome they are and these dogs. But I would like to again thank Chris. I would like to thank all of you in the community. And I know RJ is not back here, but also for Rachel and their family. I would like to thank you guys, RJ out there in La La Land with his dog, and Rachel for sharing Bruno with us. For 2.5, nearly 3 years, they as a family shared Bruno with us, their heartaches and everything else. They opened up their doors and let us be part of that whole as well. Thank you all for coming today. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. So we have 2 things left on the program, and that is the unveiling of the statue and our ribbon cutting. So we're going to do the unveiling of the statue first, and we'll have some folks come up here for that. But first I wanted to acknowledge and introduce our artist for the statue, and that's Susan Bahari. I'd like her to stand up and be acknowledged. Susan? She was the artist at both La Palma Park for that statue that was dedicated some months back, and also this one. So thank you very much. You're very talented.
Thank you.
All right, so next I'd like to have the Mayor and City Council come up to the statue area, and also Susan too as well for the unveiling. And I also would like to have a couple of our canine officers come up. Officer RJ Young and his canine officer Halo will be joining us, and Officer Mike Doman and his canine officer Toro.
Yeah, I know.
Close up, Jamil.
Toro. Toro. Sit. Thank you. Right here. Right here.
Okay. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, beautiful. Isn't that wonderful? And the dogs are being so obedient today. No barking.
Look this way, folks. Look this way.
Sit. Sorry. Sit. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going to go on to our ribbon cutting. But before we actually do that, I just want to take an opportunity to say, again, thank you on behalf of the mayor. A few more photographs.
Trying to get a Bowman's attention and move out of the way. We couldn't see the head.
Oh, I know. Hey, Delman, this is not your section. This is the dog.
It's not about you.
Yeah. I think he had no idea.
Totally unaware.
Have you seen her post the statue of the Palma Park? Wow. Do you think she does all this by hand?
Okay, all right. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the mayor and city council and the entire city of Anaheim for being here today.
Nice job.
And before we get to the ribbon cutting, I just wanted to announce a couple things. We've actually got some photo booths located on the far side of the park over there. And you can take your photographs with your dogs as a commemoration of today. And they can be downloaded from a Flickr account as keepsakes. So now, without further ado, the ribbon cutting. Please direct your attention over to the ribbon cutting.
Come on, guys, get up. Everybody, this is for you. Come on, Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts, come on.
Come on, Boy Scouts, get over here. Get the dogs. Pack 546. Come on, guys.
Boy Scout Cove.
Go be in that picture.
Gotta go be in the picture by the red ribbon.
Want to come over here? Don't worry about it. You'll just be the first. There.
Try not to bug you.
How are you?
See you, bud.
Come on, kiddos.
Take a pass.
Pack 546.
Come on, boys. Come
Pack
through.
546.
Come through. Come on, guys. Way to go. Way to go. Come on.
All of you
Right
go.
through here. Right through here. Good job.
Come on, you guys can get on this side too.
All right, we got them all here. Should we do a countdown?
Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Hey.
Christine, just let them take some pictures. They're going to take a bunch.
All right, everybody, enjoy the dog park. Thanks for being here today. Cheryl wanted me to mention there are free T-shirts, Bruno T-shirts for any attendee if you would like. Thank you for being here.
Yes, I remember that.
Thank you very much.
Hey, good job. You got it well.
Thank you. Let's try.
How are you?
Good, are you?
Very good. Are you the first one?
Yes.
Hey Bella, you want to go play? Go play. Go play.
Nice. You gotta come all the way in before you take your dog out lead. That'd be important.
Andrew, get over here.
Chance, you want to go inside? You gotta go on a gate.
Go.
Oh no!
Go Star!
She wants my She wants you.
Thank you.
You ain't no friend of mine.
You know what? I'll bring you one. I'll bring it by your house. Because I have a coin of Halos like Jaegers, but I have Brunos that I want to bring to you.
Come on, Charlie
So
boy.
I'll bring it by the house. Thank you so much.
All right, I think that's it. We'll take one more look at the dogs using the park. Great dedication. All right, signing off from Olive Hills Dog Park in Anaheim, California. We'll see you later, bye.